As we flew to Palm Cove, I was really looking forward to some warm weather, a bit of sunshine and a bit of relaxation. Looking out the window of the plane, there wasn't much sun about. As we drove to our apartment, I'd been told it had been raining for about a week. And when we got to our apartment, it continued to rain. After a few hours, we went down to the beach just to have a look at what it was like. It was still raining. Finally, we went for a drive into the forests up there, the rainforests. And clearly they're called rainforests for a good reason. The rain just continued. It was really interesting. The beaches up there are so much different to the Victorian beaches on account of there's a few little things you've got to look out for in the water. On land there's a couple of things to look out for. Some of them are butt ugly, like this cane toad. Interesting, but not the most attractive animal I've ever seen. And as you go bushwalking, you've got to look out a little bit because every insect seems to be so much bigger in the tropics. Having said that, there's absolutely true beauty in the tropics. Butterflies everywhere, like this magnificent blue one here. Wild animals that come in, this little wallaby, cute little things sort of hopping around the grounds. And then we have other animals like this bush turkey here that just wanders around. Unusual and beautiful. Really love having a look at that wildlife. And it seems then that in every body of water there are fish, and some of the fish are of pretty good size. And we have our characters as well. This is Doug. He's a regular on the Jetty at Palm Cove, and he's caught his fair share of big fish. And that's what I came for, the fish. I wanted to fish the Jetty at Palm Cove because in the tropics you can catch just about anything, and that jetty gives you access to an amazing species of fish. On my first visit to the jetty, some young guys had hooked this enormous cod. They couldn't lift it out of the water, so they had to walk it down to a landing point. They've been using game fishing gear, and that's what it took to land big fish like this. I was impressed with these young guys. They tried everything they could to look after the fish so that the handling practices ensured that it had the best chance of survival. You get an idea of the size of this fish, and these young guys then put it straight back after taking that photo. What a catch! The next morning I went out fishing, inspired by what I'd seen the day before. And of course when you do that you always seem to catch the small fish first, but I was hoping for something bigger. Later in the day I had used a small fish as a live bait on a much bigger rod, and this is what I pulled in. Now these sea snakes are very dangerous. The fact is that in 2018 somebody had died after being bitten by one, and while you don't get a lot of deaths, their venom is more toxic than any inland snake that we have. I didn't want to harm it, I just wanted to get it off my hook, but I had a wire trace on, so that made it a lot more difficult to actually cut the line to get rid of it. Anyway, after a bit of maneuvering and everything, I was able to extract it and put it back into the water without getting bitten, which was my primary goal.